Friday, May 16th, 10 brothers escaped from the Louisiana Correctional Facility, the county correctional facility. They escaped through, allegedly.
They said it was an inside job, outside job. Which one is it?
They say it was an inside job, right? Because allegedly they removed the toilet and they climbed out the wall, and then there was a note above the toilet that said "Too easy, catch us what you can." So they have the video of them escaping. But here's it. So of course they found 3 of them. 10 escaped. They found 3 pretty much off the bat.
They ain't got no money.
So they still got 7 on the run.
The movies.
They upped the reward from 12,000 to 20,000 per head, right? But here's my angle, right? Because this is what the media is not going to talk about. The sheriff mentioned it, but I bet you the local media is not going to dive into it, right? None of these dudes have been convicted of a crime right now. They're all sitting in the county, charged with crimes, but none of them have convicted. So right now they're innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what the governor was saying is one of the problems is the amount of time these men are sitting in the county waiting to be tried.
Oh my God!
Right? So you know by law they only have 180 days or they gotta let you go. You know what I'm saying? So right, but a lot of us don't know that because we don't know the law. So now you got a lot of people sitting in the county over their constitutional limit, don't know it. They got a public defender. The public defender ain't gonna do nothing but sacrifice him on the judicial cross. I mean, sacrifice him on the judicial altar, right?
Yes.
So now, but these 10 dudes is like, I'm tired of this. I've been sitting in here for I don't know how long, waiting to be tried. Y'all not trying us. Y'all just sitting here warehousing us, and they got out, right? And we have to keep in mind that all 10 of them have not been convicted of anything.
I did not know that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I can't really blame them for doing what they did.
Right.
You know?
So now they're gonna paint them as these you know, criminals and thugs and gangbangers who escaped jail.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta remember they were in the county. They hadn't been convicted of nothing. These were 10 innocent brothers who was tired of sitting in the county waiting for their constitutional rights to be realized. And they got out, they left. So we have to always keep that in mind while they're looking for these brothers and why they got a manhunt for these brothers. Make sure you keep in mind that these are innocent, well, I'm not going to say they're innocent, but they haven't been convicted of anything. The government has not convicted them of a crime. And the same thing that's going on with these 10 young men is going on all across the country, right? You have men sitting in county jail, waiting to be tried. The courts, by constitutional law, only have 180 days, right? Because you have a constitutional right to a fair, speedy, public trial, right? The speedy part is 180 days. There's some places in America where it's shorter than that. But by Constitution, they have 180 days, or they have to drop the case. But you know they don't want to drop the case. So what they doing? They holding these brothers past their time, right? And they don't have no money to litigate this, right? And don't nobody care about it, about nobody in jail, but the family. So they don't have no voice, right? This is what happens on the other side of America. This is why the podcast is called The Other Side of America, because we have to remember these. Like I said, these 10 men escaped from the county, but they haven't been convicted. So they're innocent men on the run, being hunted down by the government, right?
Government don't play evil.
Right, but when we let them tell the story, they tell the story. 10 thugs, 10 criminals, 10 violent men escaped jail. Be on the lookout. They didn't say, well, we didn't convict these guys of anything. They didn't say we've been depriving these guys of constitutional rights for months. We ain't feeding them good food. They ain't getting proper sleep. They can't wash their butt properly. They gotta pay to talk to their family. They gotta pay to visit their family. That's extortion. That's kidnapping. That's human trafficking.
The county jail is expensive.
It's expensive to be in the county jail.
It's literally a business.
Right. So they escaped, and we have to keep that in mind. They have not been convicted of anything. They basically like runaway slaves right now.
You know where that location was at that they escaped from?
They escaped from Louisiana.
Oh, that was on Louisiana.
Yeah, from New Orleans, Louisiana County Jail, not prison.
Not prison.
If it was prison, they were being convicted of something. This is in the county, waiting to be tried.
Okay.
Past the constitutional minimum, right? But they don't want to talk about that. And the sheriff said it, right? He mentioned it. It slipped out. It was like a Freudian slip. It slipped out. But I know CNN, MSNBC, and
Cut it
Fox
right
News,
off.
they not gonna pick that up. They not gonna ask, well, wait a minute, why have these men been sitting in jail past their constitutional limit? Right? Why they haven't been tried? They ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we have to always talk about that, and that's why we have this platform so we can talk about it. That's why it's called The Other Side of America. You know.